In the past year, we converted insane amount of customers from Google Workspace to Zoho Workplace. The main reason behind it is that Zoho Workplace costs half, but also has more functionality. Sometimes people will think that when you are paying less, you're getting less, but in this case, you are getting much more. In this video, I'm going to talk about what you're getting as part of the Zoho Workplace, the security, the applications, the functionality, and I hope that it will convince you. We will be more than happy to convert you from Google Workplace to Zoho Workplace, and let's begin. Last year I was in a Zoho conference and they were talking about the top applications that people will purchase from Zoho. Zoho Mail was number one, which was shocking to me because Zoho CRM is the main application. Once we investigated Zoho Mail and specifically Zoho Workplace, we saw that there are so many great applications and it's just insane for a business not to use them. For me, as a client, it's easy to move from one file storage application to another or a password manager to another. Mail will be a very difficult thing to do because I'm on it all day long and I'm used to a certain way of working with the mail application. Luckily with Zoho, I was able to work simultaneously, the same time with Google Mail, which that's what I used before, and also Zoho Mail. And that got me up to speed until the point that I was able to convert fully from Gmail to Zoho Mail. So Zoho Workplace will include an email system that we are going to talk about, a calendar system, an internal chat, so in the organization people can talk to each other, online meeting software that's including voice, including video, and everything that you would expect from a good online meeting system, an intranet system that's including million features, but the majority will be a way to have a place for the company's employees. All the knowledge will be in the manuals. Discussions can be during the Q&A, a town hall to talk about topics of the company. In my company, for example, we use Zoho Connect, which this is the intranet, to have all the internal projects. So everybody can see the progress and they can communicate and ask questions, and all this knowledge is being shared. And also you will have a place for to-do and so on. So there are lots and lots of applications included in the intranet. The password manager is a fantastic way to store passwords and also share them with the other employees. File storage will be something like Google Drive, just much better because it will include more storage and it will have more abilities such as recording your screen, sharing with your customers a way to upload files, using forms and so on and so on. So it's much more robust than what you would have with Google Drive. A way to have a desktop application, so instead of having a web app, you will have a desktop application like Outlook that will include everything that included in the Zoho Workspace. Everything that you would expect, like a way to write documents, sheets, and also presentations. And of course, there are also migration tools. You can do it yourself or we can do it for you. Big thing will be the security and privacy. First of all, Zoho will have data centers in the main countries. So let's say if I'm Canadian, I would like to work with the government. The government will not store the data on a US servers. So Zoho will have servers, let's say in Canada, also servers in the US, also servers in the EU, also servers in Australia. So we are able to store your data on your preferred server location, which will comply with health industry, with governments, legal, finance. So this is very important. Most people don't even know about it. Also, you will have here a bunch of certifications. There was not enough space in the slide, but there are more certifications. The main ones for me will be the ISO 27001. This is a very serious security certification. PCI compliance and also HIPAA compliance. So those will be for me the main ones, but obviously you will have more. If you're in the EU, you will need the GDPR compliance as well. They got it all. As for a company to invest so much money, because each one of those logos, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars in compliance. So for a company to spend millions and millions on compliance, it's really remarkable. Whenever you have Zoho Workplace, you will have one screen that can be on the web or an app, and you can click on the different applications and the screen will change. So basically using one screen, you can send emails, you can send chat messages, you can join meetings, create documents and so on. Everything on one space. Now all those, so let's say Zoho Mail or Zoho Click, all those are widgets that you can customize as you want. So it can be, the look and feel will be exactly what you feel most comfortable with. And also some applications you will not use and some application you will use. And all those will be exactly the way that you wanted. You can also change the colors. You can have a night mode or a day mode and so on. Very, very convenient. If you're looking at a Trident, and that will be the desktop application, this is how it will look like. On the left side, you will have the different applications. So this will be Zoho Mail, that will be Zoho Click, Zoho Calendar, To Do. Those will be on the left side. Whenever you click them, the entire view is changing. So it's really convenient. Also, what I missed in Google was a desktop application. And Zoho Workplace is offering a desktop application, which is a big upside for me. Whenever you're using a desktop application, even if you have a slow connection or you have some hiccups, that will still work fine. Also, you have lots of abilities to customize the way that you see emails or you communicate with them. Much convenient than a web application. Next, we have the mail application itself. So first of all, Zoho did something with the mail that I think it's a game changer. On the bottom here, you will have an area that you can communicate with people. So let's say this email came in and I want to have this email now and have a conversation with two of my team members about this email. In Gmail or Outlook, you will forward this email and then you will need to communicate like that. So emails coming in and out. In Zoho, you have a way to create a discussion, like a forum, as part of the email. So they will get a notification that someone wants to communicate with them about the email, and then there can be a conversation from the email itself. So you're not exchanging emails. You can also create tasks regarding the email. You can create notes about the email. I think it's much more efficient than just forwarding a billion emails all the time. One more thing that I really like, let's say that I have here a bunch of folders. Some folders like projects can be with hierarchy. So projects, and then I will have all the projects. In my system, for example, because I am the CEO, I am dealing also with fires. Whenever there is a fire, there will be a folder named Red Clients. So those will be with hot temperature. Below that, there will be their names. So whenever there is an email with an urgent issue, it will come to the Red Clients. The Red Clients folder is shared with my COO. It's shared with my assistant. So whenever an angry client is sending an email, which I know that the temperature is already high, those people will already be shared. So one of us can respond relatively fast and cool down the temperature until this client is going out of the Red Clients folder. So the sharing abilities is much nicer. The ability to communicate on an email, you have lots and lots of abilities. Another thing that I really like, whenever I'm migrating big companies with hundreds or thousands of mailboxes, there is a way to migrate them slowly. In most companies, whenever you're migrating, you need to change the DNS records and then everybody being moved in the same day. Super scary, super difficult. In Zoho, I have a way to migrate people, individual people or departments, and then slowly migrate the company. Less scary, less difficult. I also have a way in Zoho Mail to allow people to learn Zoho Mail while they are on their preferred email system. So let's say that I was on Gmail for a long time. I installed Zoho Mail that inherited all the files. The emails between Google and Zoho Mail were syncing. So I was using Zoho Mail and Gmail at the same time until the point that I was comfortable using only Zoho Mail. Obviously, you can also have a mobile app for all the Zoho applications that I'm going to talk about. Next, we have the calendar. The calendar will behave exactly as Google Calendar, Outlook Calendar, and so on. You have a calendar, you can book appointments, you can see on your employees, you can share calendars between people, you can have multiple time zones, everything that you would expect from a high-quality calendar system. Next, we have the Intranet solution. The Intranet solution will have many things. It's a huge solution. Only that by itself is supposed to cost thousands of dollars a month. I don't know why it's part of this bundle. So you have a way to create different groups. So let's say the group will be your project managers or salespeople or marketing and so on. You can create different channels for them so they can communicate in this channel. You can have forums and discussions and polls and surveys that will be sent to them. You can also involve your clients in your intranet, which is also a great thing. So you can create some kind of a space that clients can ask questions. So if, for example, you're running a webinar, you can prepare the webinar on this space. Clients can see what is going to be in the webinar, ask questions, and also during the webinar, they can ask questions. And all this data is being kept in one place. You can have a town hall meeting. So we have multiple town halls, and those will be for individual projects. Every time that we launch a new project, we are going to create a town hall. So let's say right now we have an AI initiative. When we created MediCRM, which is a medical CRM, or when we created a subscription-based CRM, all those will be individual projects that we are going to create a town hall. Multiple employees are going to be shared with this specific town hall, and they can ask questions, upload information, and there is also a discussion about it. You can also create meetings, online meetings around the town hall. Very, very nice. You also have a way to create tasks. The task will be like a Kanban view, so like Trello. So you can really quickly create the task. You can drag and drop them, assign them to different people. You can have events, and that will be like a company calendar. Super useful. We have every Friday, 10 a.m., we have a company meeting. Every morning, we have a quick 5 minutes meeting. We have special events that are taking place. All those will be in the company events. In the custom apps, you have a way to integrate Zoho Creator applications. Those will be custom applications that can be integrated into the intranet, surveys, and so on. Really, really nice solution. Right now, Meta are closing down their workplace, which is basically the intranet solution. Tons of them are moving, millions, moving to Zoho. This is a very, very nice solution. It's also included in the workspace. Then you will have the online meetings. The online meetings can have many people joining a meeting with obviously voice and video. Those can be recorded if you want. You can have chat, you can have notes, you can run polls, you can invite people, you can share your screen, emojis, thumbs up, thumbs down, all that. It's all part of it. It's exactly what you would expect from a quality online meeting application. The password manager is also a very good tool. Instead of using third-party tools, just use what Zoho are giving you. Zoho Vault is very good. You can have an add-on to your browser that whenever you click on it, it will show you all your passwords. You can click on an application and it will log you in automatically to the application. That means that I can give my employees passwords, to specific employees obviously, and they will not see the password. They can just click and that will take them to the application while they're logged in without me sharing with them the password. Super useful. You can have, as you see, a dashboard. You can see the statistics of the password, actions, if people are using the passwords, if they are reused, old password that you can create new passwords for them and so on. Really nice high-end enterprise-grade password management system. Zoho WorkDrive will be a way for you to store files. So you have the Dropbox and Google Drive. All those are relatively ancient ways to store data. First of all, Zoho will give you more storage. That's the basics, so you got more. Second of all, you have ways to do things that are not possible in Google or Outlook, such as record my screen, take screenshots, annotate attachments, have a discussion about different files, allow your customers to upload files in a form. So they will write different details. Those will be being added to your work drive together with some forms. So you're getting details plus the files. Lots and lots of things can be done with Zoho WorkDrive. Also, if you are in the future going to use more Zoho applications, Zoho WorkDrive is integrating with all that. So imagine that I can see my customer on Zoho CRM and then all the files related to them from Zoho WorkDrive. So it's all integrated and works together. Zoho WorkDrive, one of my favorites. Very nice application. So those are all the applications that are included with the Zoho Workplace. Bottom line, it's a fantastic enterprise-grade solution. We have customers working with it with 2 employees and thousands of employees. There are lots of governments and big corporations working with the tool. We will be more than happy to talk to you, see what you're currently using, show you how Zoho Workplace will work better for you, give you specific demos, and hopefully you will be one of those customers that got converted this year to Zoho Workplace.